going to be using tonight from Tori Bell are going to be the Sunrise palette. I have Date Night Lashes in my liner, Posh Lippy, All That Glitters, and Gold, and Siren Mascara. And if you don't have those things, have just whatever you have that's very, very similar. We'll go through all of those. So the first thing that I'm going to do, or that we should do together, is I'm just going to apply a little bit of shadow on. And I was called an expert, Jacqueline, she's so silly. But really what I am is I'm a expert non-expert. So really I just use these products to the best of my ability, and I don't have to be an expert to use them. So all of us, right? So I'm gonna actually just use my fingers for this, and this has a really, really nice color palette here. So I'm going to use this orange that's in here. And then I did bring some other shadows just to kind of do something. Really, I'm just going to slide it on there and try and make it look like Jolene's. Okay, so take a little bit of an orange shadow, you guys. And really, we're just doing this to kind of like bring everything together. And, oh, I can't see that far away. Okay, and then I'm just going to kind of pat this all over my lid. I'm just doing the orange. This is actually super simple, so that's good. And I have hooded eyes, so I go above my crease. So if you're someone who has hooded eyes, I go right up above my crease there. Oh. All right, how's everybody doing? Jolene, is this what you did? Very close.
Close. I used a little bit of the brown from the Timeless Cool palette too, just on the outer edge.
Perfect. And I brought my other colors so that I can add some on top, so it wasn't so orange, just to kind of bring in a little bit of the brown. So I can't see very good. All right, I think that is great. Everyone good on that? We're going to be going kind of quick because 15 minutes.
Yeah, it goes quickly.
Yeah, sure does. Okay, so if you have another palette, and if you don't have one, that is totally fine. But if you do, I would grab like maybe a light brown or a dark brown, whatever you feel like will go with your skin tone and this orange. I'm going to grab something. I don't know what is what in here, but I love them all. So I'm just going to pick one because I think whatever my choice is going to be good. And then I'm just going to add that to the outer part of my eye. Okay. Any feedback, Jolene?
Yeah, I'm just watching everybody. Yeah, and when you're putting a darker color on the outer edge, you just want to pat it on. You don't want to like dust it on. If you're using your finger, that's great. And then you don't get all the fallout under your eye of a darker color.
And then I'm just going to take my powder brush and kind of go under.
Yeah, you can just clean it up after.
We'll clean up there. That's good. Hey, I mean, looking pretty good, my friends.
I really like using the gold. If you have this palette, if you don't, no worries. But the gold, I put it in the inner corner. It just kind of gives that pop, opens your eye up a bit.
Who has this Sunrise palette? Who's using it? Yes, yes, awesome. Let's do that. Let's do that. A little bit of gold on the inside. Oh, so this is a lot less gold than I thought. Very pretty. This is my daughter's Sunrise palette, so.
You could put it under your brow bone too if you wanted for some highlight. Just to add a little something.
It's like almost gold, more than the yellow. I like that.
Yeah, it's a shimmer, right? Not a matte, so it's got that nice.
All right. How we doing? Good? Everyone
Thumbs
good
up.
with their eyeballs? This is like, who could do it faster? It's like the minute to win it. that we're playing
Well,
over
you
here.
get the tools, and then later, when you want to take
Yes,
more time, you can perfect it however you want.
I love that. All right, Jolene, do you want to, let's talk about our cheeks.
Okay, so with the cheeks, I'm going to use this fluffy brush. This is part of the Tory Bell brushes. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. Use whatever you have. Literally anything will work. And what I do is I'm going to take that matte orange and I'm just going to start on the cheeks the best that you can. So I just literally actually start with like a dot and then I just start swirling it. It's not super pigmented at first, but once you kind of get that circle as big as you want it, like
And
honestly, you can do it.
and kind of in the front, right? Like it's a,
Yeah,
there's, okay.
like bring it out. I don't know if you can see what I do. And then once I have the circle, then I just start packing it down on there to bring out the color as pigmented as you want. And don't worry if it's not perfect. We're not perfectionists, right?
That one too. I see it, you guys. I see all of us pulling together with it. I'm visualizing we are really starting to transform.
And I actually like that it's not like super pigmented when you first put it on, because then you can actually get the
Build
shape
it.
first.
Yeah. And then kind of fill it in.
Yeah,
I feel like my cheeks are a little uneven.
I know. The perfectionist in me wants to like,
I'm gonna end up with huge cheeks if I don't stop.
wait till we get the liner going under the eyes. That's the part that was the trickiest for me. How's everyone doing? Thumbs up?
Yep, looking good. Kelly. Yes, girl.
Love it.
Yeah, a little more, just in case. Okay. All right, so I think that we should move on to our nose.
Sure.
And I think with what I saw, it was that orange. And then if you have a gold shimmer, the all that glitters in gold. Now, if you have something from like the 24K palette, I mean, really any shimmer would probably work for this, but I think that this is just going to be really good. So Jolene, tell me how you did it, because Jolene practiced yesterday. And did you draw out the nose first and then do it, or did you trace? Like, did you
I
put
drew,
this on and
so
then trace?
I took the Ultra Wing liner. So any
Okay.
liquid liner will work. I found it easier to do that. And to center it for what I did is I actually just started with that first, like, you know how they have the little stitches around them? I
Mm-hmm.
actually just started with one. Oh yeah, that's nice and crooked. Like the stitch kind of in the middle. So I kind of know
Oh, yes.
where the
Okay,
middle of
so
my nose is.
get your ultra wing liner or any black liner or the works, any black liner and a pencil. And we're gonna just follow Jolene on this one real fast. Let's see.
So honestly, don't worry if it's not perfect. And then you're just gonna kind of go to the outer corner and it's kind of more of a like straight across your nose than anything, but it doesn't have to. You can do a round circle if you want. And then if you go too far, if you have shake it off remover or anything, which I don't like how I did the one corner, this stuff will just erase it so easily. I'm just gonna fix this part. A Q-tip is your friend. Comes off so nicely. And then you can just continue with your little stitch marks,
Okay.
as many as you want. And I find, you know, it can get really like, don't worry about it being too picky about it, because the more you start playing around with it, then it's just gonna get bigger and bigger lines.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. And then obviously we're gonna let that liner dry. So Melina, I don't know if you want to start on lips while we just let this dry before we put the powder
Yes.
on.
So the color for this one is, well, that we chose, I think you could honestly use any color. But I picked Posh because, well, who doesn't love that color? I also think that any shade that we have would look great with this. So whatever you have in close by you, I would say do that. Also, I thought that maybe I would add a little bit of the matte orange and some of that gold onto my lips, just to kind of like bring it all together. So we can go ahead and do that while our noses are drying, our stitches. I grabbed the wrong lip. Definitely not Posh. All right, I'm gonna add some of this.
Yeah, any lip color will look great. Any like fallish color.
Bear, yeah. I picked up the wrong. I picked
Oh,
up bouquet. It was like really pink, so
pink.
I added some brown shadow over top,
Oh, nice.
and so it's like kind of a really deep mauve. Now I think really any color
Yeah,
would look really good.
absolutely. And then if you're done your lips, then you can take your finger or a fluffy brush and just go in with that orange and just start kind of patting it down in the center of the nose there. If your liner is like a little wet, just be careful and just fill in that. And you might need to put like a little bit more liner on the little stitches there after. And once I have the orange on there, I actually go in with all that glitters and dab it
Yes,
on there. And then I just use my finger to kind of like spread it around.
the perfect little touch to the nose.
And I like to actually put it on the circle too, like just on the edge. Like I think on the picture, there's a little bit of white, but I actually just put a little bit of this. You don't have to do this, but I like to add a little sparkle to the cheek and the inner corner of the eye if you want. Looking good, everyone.
Bring your noses forward. Let's see. Everyone bring your nose forward. Let's see them. I think it's my favorite part of this look. Oh, I love it. Okay. Now we got to do our are we doing our like smile, our stitchy smile?
Yeah. I'm just touching up a little bit of my stitches on my nose. from the shadow?
Actually, I think what we should do first is, before we do that, is if you brought your lashes and liner, go ahead and put your liner on so it will dry when we're doing our
Oh, good idea.
this part. So the liner.
I actually have the gold liner and anchors on already. I did the no liner look, so I'm going to pop lashes on at the end.
Lift my hat up. I gotta take it off.
I'll do one eye so I can show people if they haven't done the no liner. So Melina's doing the liner look with the classic black, right?
I'm using mascara, actually. I'm using the
Oh, the
liner
mascara.
in of the
Oh,
mascara.
yeah. And I'm using the gold liner on my natural lashes underneath with the little anchors.
That way this amazing stuff can dry. And then I think this is more of a personal preference, and this is why it was on the list of things that we were using, but the Siren mascara or any mascara that you have just to help blend your lashes after you get them on. Or you could just wear mascara if you don't have any lashes.
Yeah. The rogue lash. There we go.
All right.
Come on. And then, yeah, we should do the mouth because the eyes are gonna, the little lashes are gonna take a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
There we go. All right.
You want to
Do the mouth.
leave that? Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to take your liquid liner of choice and you're literally going to start at the corner of your mouth and you're just going to draw a straight line out. As far as you like, I do it kind of, well, I'll show you one side. I kind of stop at the middle of like my circle or just a little bit further.
And then an upward or kind of straight? Or
Yeah,
straight?
kind of more straight than smile. And then just do your little stitches. And again, if you feel like you need to fix something, just use a Q-tip, wipe it off, start again if you need to. Looking good. That hat is perfection.
I got Tamikin when he wouldn't wear it, so anyone
Oh.
need an extra hat for Halloween? I have two. Amazon came through with the hats. So good. Oh, Natasha, your daughter. How adorable.
So fun.
Oh my gosh. Look.
Oh, her cat's. Oh, look at her hat.
So cute.
Okay. I don't know, Melina, we should probably start the eyes. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Okay, so
Let's do it, ladies.
This part frustrated me yesterday because I'm just such a perfectionist, but don't worry about it being perfect. We're just going to go with it. So take your liquid liner. So first of all, if you have a black liner at all, or like the brow works in black, you might want to do your water line in there so that you get that nice black line close to your lash line. You don't really want to use liquid liner in there because it will bleed into your eye and not feel good. If you don't have a black liner, don't worry about it. If you can see, I've just right in my water line there, I have the black right in there. And then you're going to take your liquid liner pen, and you're not going to make a really thick line. You're going to try to do it fairly thin. And I just do kind of small dashes across. Oh, I just hit my nose. Anyways, if you can see, I just start going just small dashes across my lash line underneath, almost like on my lashes, honestly, because you don't want it too thick. And then, are we okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
Then
How's
you're
everyone?
gonna do almost like little tiny triangles. I start in the inner corner. The first one in the picture's kind of, I got lipstick on my teeth too. That's nice. You just want to
Right.
start with a little triangle, kind of. And then you can bring down the point to make it thinner. And you can make them like as thick as you want, as long as you want.
Like the making, I don't know, in my head, this is exactly what I thought of. Like making them the bottom of like an ice cream cone.
Yeah. And then if you want the tips to go a little bit longer, just take the very tip of your pen and just kind of do a little bit. But if you're like me and you got like lines and wrinkles under your eyes, that can make it tricky to get a nice straight line.
I understand that right now.
We're closing in like 30 seconds, they said.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
Well, we are at the end except for lashes. We'll just have to put